Welcome to the Chair Yoga series sponsored by the Rowe Cultural Council. My name is Kate Peppard and I am leading you through this 6-class series, working from the top of the head down to the bottoms of the feet, focusing on different parts of the body. And this week we are working on the lower body, the hips, legs down through the feet and the toes. The props that you're going to need today or for this session are, of course, your chair, your yoga mat underneath the chair. And I would advise having either a second chair or a stool. So I've got a footstool here. What we're going to be doing is extending forwards, and it's nice to have something for some of these postures to rest the foot on. And on my stool, I have a blanket. You could put a pillow or something on your stool or chair as well. It's just nice when your heel is landing on that to have something softer for it to land on, a little more comfortable. The other thing that you will need is a strap, a yoga strap, or a dish towel. So I'm using a dish towel today to demonstrate the capabilities of the pantry props, as I've been calling them. So we'll be taking the strap or strap-like element. You can also use a dog leash. You can use any sort of thing that will reach around the foot that you can comfortably hold onto to get extension with the leg, to be able to lift up and to go from side to side. And we'll switch with the hands to do that. So that's your other prop. I would also advise having blocks around. We'll be coming into an interesting quadricep stretch. And it might be nice to either use the stool or possibly a block to land the knee onto, depending on your height, out of the chair. So to begin, we'll just take a moment here to ground into this. So check in with your position, of course, bringing yourself a little bit towards the front of the chair so that you're not using the back to slump down into. You're using the strength of your core, your whole upper body to keep the spine tall. Relax the shoulders down from the ears. And just check in with the position of your head. Are you tilting it, craning it forwards? Maybe trying to pull back a little bit, tucking the chin slightly in towards the throat. Maybe ears stacked up above the shoulders. And envision a ribbon tied to the crown of your head. So right at the top here, and feel it tugging upwards, and begin to feel a sense of lengthening through the spine, feeling maybe space increasing between your vertebrae. Take notice of the shoulders again and relax them down a little bit more away from your ears. Pull the belly slightly in towards the spine, feeling the engagement of the core. And maybe just wiggle ever so slightly to feel your sits bones anchoring you down into the seat. Scan down the legs and feel the feet landing on the ground. And maybe just take a brief look down, checking in to see that you have that 90-degree angle with the legs, so the feet aren't tucking too far in or out. They're just nicely and solidly landing on the ground. Once you're set up here, spine lifting tall, head back in place, lifting towards the sky. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out. Another deep breath in. Sigh it out. One more. And close your eyes and just allow yourself to come back into your normal breathing rhythm. And scan over your body, noticing what you notice, noticing what's speaking to you, maybe what feels tight or what feels open and spacious. Just noticing. And then take a few moments to notice your breath, feeling it coming in and out of your body. Just notice how it moves. Notice how fast it comes in and out, how full it is, whether it's shallow or maybe deep. Just notice its rhythm, its pace. Trying to breathe in and out of your nose if you can. And then ever so briefly, checking in with your state of mind. How are things feeling up there? Are you feeling distracted, disturbed? Maybe you're feeling calm and steady, or perhaps a little excited. Just notice how you're feeling. And take a breath in. As you exhale, bow your head down. Inhale, roll to the right, ear to shoulder. And exhale, roll back down. Inhale to the left. Exhale down. Inhale right. Exhale down. Inhale left. Exhale. Inhale one more time to the right. Maybe take it all the way around if that feels okay. Exhale as you arrive back down at center. Inhale to the left and maybe taking it all the way around. Exhale as you arrive back down at center. Inhale, send your gaze up to the sky, open through your throat. Exhale to neutral. Take a breath in, lift the spine tall and begin to circle the shoulders back. And then forwards. Send your awareness down to the elbows, circle there a few times in one direction. And then the other. So always noticing spine, keeping it tall. Down to the wrists, circle there one way. And then the other. And then flex the wrists. And then flex the elbows, lifting up and down. And then bringing the hands back to the lap. Take a moment here to settle in. Maybe scan down the arms, take notice. And then some seated cats and cows. And you can either leave the hands right on your legs, or you can use your arms to pull back and find that sensation of pulling yourself forward. So whatever feels right for you today. So inhaling to cow, arch yourself forwards. Lift your gaze, maybe lift the tail, and exhale, reach forward and arch back. Inhale to cow, arching forward. Exhale to cat, arch back. Inhale, cow. And exhale to cat. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Clasp the hands above if that feels okay. If you're having problems with your shoulders, hands on the hips would be great. So holding here for a moment, relaxing the shoulders down away from the ears. Feel the length of your side body. Maybe even noticing all the way down through your hips. Take a breath in and float the ribs up away from your hips. And exhale, tilt gently over to your right. Feel down through the left side. Use your left side body to inhale, lift up to center, and exhale over to your left. Feel your right side body down through that hip. Inhale, lift up to center, and exhale, tip over to the right again. Anchor into that left hip. Take another breath and reach. Exhale, go deeper. Take another breath and reach. Exhale deeper down. Use your core and your side body. Inhale, lift up to center, and exhale over to your left. Anchor through your right hip. Take a breath in, down into that right hip. Reach. Exhale, go deeper. Take another breath and reach. Exhale deeper down. Use your core, your side body. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, heart center. You can just leave the hands at heart center and just begin to twist a little bit side to side. You can also put hands on the hips or down on your lap, wherever it feels good. Just gentle twisting. So noticing perhaps getting the 6 movements of the spine in here, forwards and back, side to side, and twisting side to side. Bringing awareness to the hips and the low back. Begin to circle the torso, going one way. And maybe especially noticing how things connect and move down into the hips with this motion. A lot in the low back too. But starting to observe the hips, feeling the legs. And then take it in the opposite direction. And then bring it up to center, lifting tall. Bringing your left leg up. So the left hand behind the left knee, right hand over the knee, and give that hip a few circles here. And take it the other way. And then clasp the hands behind the knee and circle the lower leg. Always, of course, being mindful how this feels for the knees. In any maneuver, of course, noticing how it's feeling for those joints, those muscles, easing off if you need to or want to. Take it the opposite direction. And then down to the ankle, circle. And the other way. Give the toes a scrunch. And then flex and point the foot. Noticing the shin. Noticing what's happening in the calf all the way down through your Achilles. And then inhale, sweep the leg up, pull in a bit, feeling the hamstring. Exhale, lower down and point. Inhale, sweep up, flex through the foot, pull it in. Exhale, lower and point. Inhale, sweep it up, flex and pull. And exhale, lower it back down to the ground. Bringing the right hand behind the right knee, left hand over the knee, circle here. And then the opposite direction. And hand clasped behind the leg, circle the lower leg. So I've been doing a lot of these joint warm-ups for this series as well. So maybe if you don't have time to do anything else in this video, just do the joint warm-ups and that will get you pretty far into feeling good with your day. Take it in the opposite direction. And then circling through the ankle. And the other way. Give the toes a scrunch. And then flex and point. And breathing here, noticing the breath as it comes in and out of the body, noticing if you're holding your breath. And just start breathing again. On your next inhale, sweep that leg up, flex through the foot, pull it in towards your body. Exhale, lower down and point. Inhale, sweep up, flex. Exhale, lower and point. Inhale, sweep it up and flex, pull it in. And exhale, lower it down. Setting that foot down. And I come into the feet. So maybe bringing a foot up onto the chair in front of you, or if you can, crossing it over your leg. And interlace your fingers in between the toes. So spaces the toes out a little bit. Give the foot a rub. Actually do that before interlacing your fingers, might be a little easier. So rub through the arches, toes, the top of the foot, getting the circulation going. And then interlace the right fingers in between the left toes. And go ahead and flex and point that foot. You can also hold the leg up with your left arm if you want, but I find it's nice just to have the leg crossed over. But you need enough space to flex and point here. And pulling as much as you can with those fingers. You're really pulling down on the foot, opening the top of the foot, and then pressing as much as you can to open through the toes and the arch of the foot. So not just kind of loosely doing it, really try to put some effort in. And then turn it around using your hand. And the other way, maybe noticing if it feels a little more intentional than just doing it without the hand, just using your foot. Give the ankle a little rub here, down through the Achilles tendon, and at the front of the foot too. And then go ahead and step it down. Cross your other foot over, your right foot over. Give it a rub. Very nice. Nice to do. Right, Ranger? Not sure if Ranger is on the video, but he is in the room. So who knows? Maybe he'll pop in with a surprise cameo appearance. Interlace those left fingers in between the right toes, spreading those toes out. Just noticing how that feels. And begin to flex and point the foot, pulling down, pressing up. And then circle. And then the other way. And then give that ankle some attention. Rubbing through the Achilles, around the ankle, over the top. And then go ahead and set it down. I'm going to move my stool out of the way. So if your chair is right in front of you, you may want to move it out of the way. I'm going to start coming into some forward folding with leg extensions. So you're going to start with your left foot and bringing yourself towards the front of your chair, but not so far that you're going to feel like you're going to fall off the chair. It is certainly helpful to have the chair on something that doesn't slide, so that as you fold forward, it's not pushing the chair back. You want to really feel that stable underneath you. You want to be able to trust your chair. Just let it be under you so that you can do these postures without being concerned about keeping yourself upright. You want to get into the posture. So left leg is extended. Right leg is 90-degree angle, stable, pressing that foot into the ground, noticing that. Flex through your left foot. Feel that leg connecting in to the pelvis. Take a breath and lift the heart. As you exhale, begin to lean forwards. Take a couple of breaths here, starting to feel the back of that left leg perhaps. Notice if you're locking into your left knee. Little bit of a flex there, or deeper if you need to. And then on your next inhale, noticing your sternum, feel it tugging forwards. Feel the spine lengthening up and out of your pelvic bowl. And then exhale, fold down a little further. Maybe bringing the right elbow onto the right knee. Left hand could maybe rest on a block, or maybe you can get it all the way down to the floor. And you can stay here, especially if it's not good for you to invert with your head. This would be a good place to just stay and breathe into the back of the leg, or take another breath. And exhale, lengthen all the way down as far as you feel right doing over that left leg. Bringing the head towards the knee. Breathe into the back of that leg. And feel the sense of expansion, perhaps up through the hips and up into the lower back even. On your next inhale, lift up part way. Exhale, and then inhale, lift all the way up. Step into the left foot and lengthen out through the right leg. Flex through the right foot. Noticing that right leg coming up into the pelvic bowl where it connects. Feeling the solidity of your left leg foot grounding you down. Take a breath, lift the spine tall. As you exhale, relax the shoulders down from the ears and begin to lean forwards. Notice that micro bend in the right knee. Take a couple of breaths here, breathing into the back of the leg. Bringing awareness to your sternum. Feel it tugging forward. Get a little more length here. And then exhale, lower down a little bit more. Maybe just bringing the left elbow to the left knee. Your right hand could possibly come down to a block, if that feels okay. Or you can just rest it on the leg. On your next breath, lifting, reaching a little bit further with that sternum. And exhale, fold further down if that feels available to you. Lowering yourself down over the right leg. Head towards your knee. Keep that foot flex, keep a little bend in the knee. Notice if the left knee is splaying out to the side, trying to keep it nice and steady and stable, feeling that left foot grounding you down. Take a few breaths here to notice where you feel expansion. Maybe engage through the core to inhale, lift up part way. Hold, exhale, and then inhale, lift all the way up and bring that right foot back. You can use blocks. What we're going to be doing is extending out, wanting a little bit more lift. So you're welcome to do blocks, but this is where it will be nice to bring the chair in. So bringing the chair or stool in front of you, maybe setting your strap off to the side. Go ahead and extend your left leg out again, flexing through the foot. Notice if the tendency now is to begin to slump back. So here we get to engage through the core, pull the belly in, shoulders are relaxing down from the ears, the spine is tall. Noticing if you're tending to cross the leg over, trying to have it come straight out as much as possible. Lift the spine up, take a breath. And exhale, as your shoulders relax down, begin to lean forwards. And again, noticing that knee. So wanting to keep a little micro bend there. Or again, if you need to go deeper, go ahead and take it deeper. The bend in your knee for now. Take a couple of breaths here. And then on the inhale, pull the heart a little bit further forward. Ooh, feel the back of that leg. And then exhale, lower yourself down a little bit more. Again, maybe bringing the right elbow to the right knee for reference, or you can put the hands on the chair seat in front of you. So not dropping down all the way yet, incrementally working our way down. Take a couple of breaths here. Breathe into the back of your leg. Give yourself space and time to just notice where you're at with each phase of this posture. No need to rush things. This is about being comfortable with listening to the body. Take a breath in, pull the heart forwards, and exhale, lengthen down over the leg as far down as you'd like to go. And take a couple of breaths here. Perhaps observing how this may feel different than it did with the foot down on the floor. And of course, if lifting up onto a prop isn't feeling great, go ahead and bring it back down to the floor. Engage through the core and inhale, lift up part way. Exhale and inhale, lift all the way up and bring that foot back. Give the shoulders a little shrug here. Bring some awareness in there. Just notice, sit for a moment, notice the back of your left leg. Maybe feel some warmth there. Maybe even some warmth through the hip. Extend the right leg out, flexing through the foot. Checking in, see if you're crossing over, trying to have it come straight out as much as you can. Still feeling grounded. Maybe you're starting to feel like you're floating up off of your standing leg. So try to see that sense of grounding. Feel yourself rooting down through that left foot. Notice what that feels like. Maybe feel that in your core, in your low belly. Lift the spine tall, relax the shoulders down. Take a breath. And exhale, lean forward, part way. Check in with the knee, little micro bend. And breathe. Notice your breath. Imagine you can send it down into that hamstring. Take a breath and pull the heart a little further forwards, and exhale, lower part way down again. Another third of the way. Couple of breaths here. Hands can rest on the chair perhaps. Take one more breath. Pull the heart even further forwards and exhale, lengthen down over the leg. Take a few breaths. Engage with your core. Inhale, lift up part way. Exhale, then inhale, lift all the way up. And step that foot down. Take a couple of breaths, maybe eyes closed. Just notice what you notice. Feel your legs. And coming into quad stretch here, you may want a strap for this. You may not. I find it's helpful to have a block for my front foot. So I'm coming down over sort of like a lunge here, and you don't have to come all the way to the side. You could go angling out in front of the chair. I also found when I was working into this that it was helpful to have another block for my knee to land on. So I'm not necessarily trying to get all the way to the floor with that knee, to have some support there. You could also use the seat of the chair if that is, or the stool if it's low enough. But I think a block or a book might be the best option. This does feel like it's bringing my knee up a little bit higher than my hip. So for a longer hold or a warrior lunge stance, this wouldn't be ideal for me. But in this particular instance, bringing my foot all the way down to the floor didn't feel stable enough. So I adjusted. Bringing your left foot up, grabbing it in your left hand, pulling that foot in. So starting with the leg just maybe coming straight down from the hip. And you can grab over the tops of the toes and pull it in. You can grab at the arch, you can grab at the ankle. And this is where you could possibly use a strap element as well, wrapping it around the foot to pull that in. So all of these options are available. Then just take a couple of moments here. Notice if this feels like enough of a stretch for you. If you'd like to go deeper, angle back a little bit more, sending the knee back. So you're getting some more expansion all the way up through the hip. Continue to feel the sense of grounding through your right leg, your foot. Continue to pull that foot in towards your body as you can, noticing what you notice through the quadricep. Take one more breath in and exhale, release it down. Come back to the front, maybe tap out the feet. Leave the block right there for your other knee and bring your block to the other side if you think you might need it. Planting that left foot down on the front block and then lowering your right knee to whatever support you need. And again, at first having that leg come straight down. You're gonna bend as much as you can through that knee. And of course, if a deep bend isn't possible, using a strap might be nice so that you can still hold the foot up. You don't have to use the strength of the leg itself to hold the foot up. But instead, the muscles can release into this as you can use your hand or the strap for support. Pulling that leg in towards the body as much as feels right for you. And begin to notice what sensations you feel. I even felt something all the way up into my ribs just then. Maybe notice the top of your foot as you do this, especially if you have your hand over the toes. It's an interesting and kind of nice expansion. And notice if you'd like to go deeper. So of course you're welcome to stay here, but maybe you want to take the knee back just a bit, just a couple of inches even. And continue to pull that foot in towards the buttock. Notice if you're slumping. Keep the spine tall, keep the heart shining out, shoulders moving down from the ears, and breath steadily moving in and out. One more breath in, and exhale, release it down. Bring yourself forward, tap out the feet. Set the blocks off to the side, having them available if you need them for any of the sort of warriors or anything like that. We'll get into that eventually. But coming into a wide straddle here, having a chair in front of you, a seat to land on, or the blocks, of course, as we fold forward. And angling the toes out to the sides. So this is coming into a goddess stance. Goddess will have our arms and cactus arms, legs coming out only as wide as feels right for you. Toes angling outwards. Lift the spine tall. Check in, make sure you're feeling stable and steady. And just take a couple of breaths here, beginning to feel the sensation, especially through the hips perhaps. But also feel the feet grounding down. Press into the heels, the ball mounts of the feet, the toes. Inhale and sweep the arms up to the sky. Lengthen through your side body. As you exhale, just relax the shoulders down from the ears. Take another breath. Then as you exhale, begin to lean forwards. Ensuring, checking in, making sure you're stable in your chair. Take another breath, reach a little bit further, feel your feet grounding you down, and exhale, lower down. Hands on a chair or the floor or blocks. Lowering as far down as feels right for you. Take a few breaths here. Taking the time to notice what happens in your body. And to do that means staying in the posture just a little bit longer. Breathe into the hips. And then engage with your core. Inhale, lift up just part way. Exhale. Inhale, reach the arms straight forward. See what that does to the legs, to your glutes. Engaged here. Take one more breath in and out. Engage the core. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. And exhale to goddess, coming into those cactus arms. Take a few breaths here. Just notice what you notice. One more breath in and out. And inhale, sweep the arms up, hands to touch above. Exhale, hands to heart center. Heel toe the feet in. Tap out the feet. And get your strap or your dish towel. Going to start with the left leg, doing hip extensions here. Hip and, well, the whole leg really, but a lot of hamstring too. So bending the knee enough to get that left foot in so you can get the strap around that left foot. Notice if you start slumping back, really trying to work into your core muscles to keep the spine tall. Holding the strap with your left hand. You can use both hands if you'd like, but maybe just try it with one hand to start. Bring the other one in if needed. And begin to straighten out through the leg, flexing through the foot, and maybe beginning to lift as much as you can. And this may be where you want to bring the other hand in so you can lift a little bit higher. So really working down into the hamstring, all the way down the back of the leg. Take a few breaths here. It's a nice opportunity to work into core muscles as well in the back. Take one more breath. And exhale, lower down just part way. Take a breath in. And exhale, sweep that left leg out to the left, opening as far as you can. And you're welcome to gaze out over that foot, or you're welcome to turn your gaze the other way, noticing what feels nice. Keep the shoulders relaxing down, keep the spine tall, noticing the sense of opening through the inner part of the leg, through the groin. Noticing if that right foot and leg are getting lazy. Keep pressing down there, keep connection. Take one more breath in. And exhale, bring it back to center. Switch hands. Take a breath in. And exhale, begin to pull that left leg over to the right, continuing to keep the spine tall. Of course, you are welcome to bend into the knee, and maybe you want to lift a little bit here, feeling the outer part of the hip. Maybe play a little bit with the foot placement. Sometimes I like to rotate my foot just a little bit to feel the sense of expansion through the shin, all the way down through the outer hip. Take one more breath in, maybe lift a little higher. And then as you exhale, bend through the knee and gently guide the foot to the right leg, crossing over. Coming into a seated pigeon, also could be called figure 4 here. If you need to or want to use a chair in front of you to give yourself a little bit more room, you're welcome to do that as well. It's another option. Another option here is to just have the foot on the floor, rolling over maybe onto the outer edge of that left foot, having the knee go off to the side. So there's lots of different ways to start to get into the hip in this position. Now taking a moment here, getting settled in, seeing if you feel safe, sturdy, steady. Take a breath, lift the spine tall, and exhale ever so slightly, lean forwards, leading with your heart. So not just slumping forwards. Maybe try that. slump and notice how it feels. And then lift the spine upright. And then feel that string tugging your sternum forward, keeping the spine long. And lean forward and notice what happens. Keep the left foot flexed. Pausing here. Take another breath, lean a little bit further. And exhale, go just a little bit deeper. No need to bend all the way down. You're welcome to do so if you want, but can get a lot out of this just by coming into it ever so slightly. Feel free to close your eyes and just breathe down into that left hip. Allowing it to release whatever it's holding. Inhale, lift gently up. Uncross the leg and then squeeze that knee in towards the chest. Lift the chest to meet the knee. Take a couple of breaths. Just pulling in. And then step it down. Can maybe wiggle it out just a little bit. And taking your strap, lifting up through the right foot, right leg. Enough to get the strap around the foot, extending out. And you could lock or hyperextend into the knee here because you're not weight bearing, but it's also good practice to keep that little micro bend. So check in, notice if you're leaning back, keeping the spine tall, keeping the neck long, engaging through the core to allow yourself to be here upright and begin to lift the leg as much as you can, maybe bringing in both hands. Maybe flexing through the foot as much as you can, feeling that sense of expansion down through the back of the leg. Take one more breath, lift a little bit higher. And as you exhale, lower it down. Take a breath in here. And exhale, take it out to the right, opening as far as feels right. And continuing to anchor down through the left foot, the left leg. Keep the spine tall. Take one more breath in, open a little wider. And exhale as you bring it forwards. Switch hands. Maybe give the right fingers a little wiggle. Take a breath in here, lift the spine. And exhale, bring that right leg over as far as you can to the left. Beginning to feel that sense of expansion down through the hip. And maybe you bend a little bit into that knee or a little bit more to bring it up and out a little bit more. So just noticing what little adjustments you can make to get more depth in this, if that's what you would like. If that is what your body is seeking. So practicing listening to the body rather than the mind. Take one more breath in and out. And one more inhale. As you exhale, gently bend through the knee. Guide that foot to the left leg. Can set the strap down. Flexing through the foot. Opening through the knee at whatever depth works. So either using the chair, the floor, a block. Just check in with your body. See what feels right. And again, taking a moment to first kind of fold forward, slumping forward onto this. Notice how that feels. And then inhaling and lifting the spine tall. And then leading with the heart. As you exhale, fold, just lean forward, not fold forward, really. And take a few breaths here to feel what you feel. Keeping that right foot flexed, keeping that left foot anchored. Take another breath, reach further forward with the heart. And exhale, lean forward a bit more. I sometimes like to cross my arms, especially when I'm doing this in the chair. Kind of encourages me to keep my shoulders down, keep my heart moving forwards rather than trying to reach down or get anywhere. This is a good place. Take one more breath in and out. And gently bring that foot off the leg and squeeze the knee in towards the chest, lift the chest. Take a couple of breaths here. And step the foot down, and you can tap it out. Coming into warriors now, rotate yourself to the right. So another review, one more time in this, or another time here for this session. Your options are to angle the knees out. So we're going to the right, leading with the right foot. The left leg would just drop down here. This is option 1 for warrior 1. Can bring the right foot and leg off the side of the chair, wanting it to be stable and on the ground. And the left leg, maybe the knee comes straight down off the side, off the front of the chair. Maybe you're able to extend it back, even angling that foot out, just like a standing warrior 1 posture, grounding down through the foot. See how that feels. If that feels available to you, you can also do that with the foot a little bit closer in, perhaps. And another option is, of course, to straddle the chair, coming into warrior 1 in this way. So whatever feels the most stable for you. So being able to use the chair as a resource to allow you to get into this posture and feel it where we're looking to feel it, in the low body. So first checking in as we arrived here, feeling the feet grounding down and feeling that sense of energy coming up through the legs. So as you breathe, imagine that you're breathing in through your feet into the legs. Hips and chest are pointing out over that front right leg. And begin to notice the hips, maybe especially the left hip as it's extending back. And then inhale and sweep the arms tall, lifting up towards the sky, feeling the ribs float up away from the hips. And sending your awareness back down through the body, into the low body. Taking a few breaths here to feel the hips and the legs, the feet. Notice what you notice. Breathing into the legs. Take one more breath, reach the arms a little higher. And then exhale, take the arms wide, turn the torso to face over the front of the chair. So turning the shoulders and the hips away from the right knee to the left. Send the gaze back out over the front right hand. Here we are, Virabhadrasana 2. And maybe your right foot adjusts or left foot adjusts, but maybe it just stays just where it is. Just working to twist through the torso. Notice the extension of the arms. And then bring your awareness back down to the hips and the legs. Feel the sense of connection to the ground. Feel your feet anchoring. Press into the feet and feel the legs activate. On your next inhale, sweep the arms up to center and pivot. So both knees are facing forward. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Taking a moment here in Goddess. Toes are angling out. Inhale and sweep the arms up, lengthen up. Exhale to cactus arms. Maybe come up onto your toes and just notice how this feels. Breathe here. Breathe into the feet and the legs. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, heels come down. Take a breath in. And exhale, heart center. Pivot over to the other side, sending that left foot off of the edge of the chair, perhaps. Or maybe just angling off to the side. Figuring out where the right leg needs to be for your stability, your warrior one. Hips, shoulders facing out over that front leg, feeling the grounding into the earth with that front foot and the back foot. Just take a few moments to breathe here. Connecting your breath to your body. Imagining you can pull it in from the earth into the soles of your feet, up into the legs. Maybe exhaling it back down into the ground. And then inhale, sweep the arms up, reaching up into the sky, floating the ribs up. As you exhale, relax the shoulders down. Take a few breaths here. Continue to be aware of what's happening in the feet and the legs. Noticing your body. Take one more breath in. And exhale, take the arms wide and turn the torso to face the long edge of the mat. Or just facing out over the front of your chair. Send the gaze back over the left hand. Relax the shoulders down. Feel the extension of the arms. Feel the lift of the torso. But also feel the grounding of the feet, the legs. Press into the feet. Really feel active here. Breathe in and out of the legs, out of the feet. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Inhale, float the arms up and pivot forwards, keeping the legs wide. Angle the toes out. Take another breath here. And exhale to cactus arms and maybe come up onto your toes for one more goddess. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, lower the heels, lower the hands to heart center. And heel toe the feet back into center. Coming into mountain pose, feet about hip distance apart. Take a breath, lift the spine tall. Feel the sense of grounding through the feet. Feel the heels connect, the toes, the ball mounds pressing into the ground. Feel your whole body connected together here. Notice your heart beating. Take a breath in and exhale. Begin to fold forward, lean forward, nice and slow. Run the hands down the legs, almost pressing the fingers into the muscles so you give yourself a little bit of a massage. You can let the head drop if you want, and then inhale, roll back up, run the hands up the legs, maybe the outside. Exhale, fold forward, nice and slow, long exhale. Inhale, deep breath in, roll up, massage those legs. Exhale, fold forwards. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Fold forwards and keep yourself folded forward for a couple of moments. Maybe just let the chest rest on the legs. Arms relax down. Feel the feet grounding you down. Head can be resting on the chair in front of you or stool if that feels good. One more breath in and out, slowing things down here. And then inhale, gently lift up. And exhale, relax the shoulders down. If you feel comfortable doing so, go ahead and close your eyes. We're going to do what's called a centering breath. It's another pranayama practice. It's a breath work practice, noticing the breath as it connects to the body. And once we finish doing the centering breath for a few rounds, we're going to do a 2-minute silent meditation to close our practice. So for the centering breath, we'll take a deep inhale, counting to 5 or 6, and then a long exhale, same length, and then a few rounds of regular breathing as you settle back into regular breathing, just noticing how the body feels. So, lifting the spine tall, noticing again, relaxing the shoulders down, feeling your feet ground down. Breathing in and out through the nose. Take a nice deep breath in, counting to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And allow yourself to breathe normally here. Coming back into your regular breathing rhythm. Two more rounds. Begin now. Inhaling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A normal breathing rhythm now. Settling back into it. One more round. Starting now. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And breathe. And then just allow yourself to settle into a gentle awareness of your breath and a gentle awareness of your body. Keeping the eyes closed, coming now into a silent 2-minute meditation, knowing that thoughts may come sweeping in. Allow them to just travel through. The idea is not to have an empty mind, it's just to have the discipline to bring your awareness back to your breath whenever you notice your mind wandering. So take a nice deep breath in, exhale out, and settle into normal breathing rhythm for 2 minutes beginning now. And taking a nice deep breath in and exhale out. Bringing awareness back into your whole body. Noticing the head, the neck and the arms, back body, front body. And bring special awareness into the hips, down to the legs and the feet, the toes. Offering appreciation for that lower part of our body that gets us around, balances us for the most part. Bring your hands to heart center and bow your head down to your hands, connecting your mind, your body, your heart, and your breath. And we'll take a moment here to offer up gratitudes for our minds, our bodies, our hearts, and our breath. This practice, our ability to practice, our ability to practice in this way with these resources. Our chairs, our mats, our time, this beautiful day. Just take a moment to think of something you are feeling gratitude for. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free. May you have a happy, free, and beautiful day. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice.